What's going on, everybody? Welcome to my Warpland Pacific stream. It's actually been quite a bit since I actually played this game. May 17th, and today's the 25th. Actually, it's not been too long, about a week. And what a week has it been? A lot of events happening. Why isn't it popping up on here? For some reason, I don't know if it's OBS or it's YouTube. Might have to disconnect it and reconnect it or whatever. Apparently it doesn't stream my video live stream. I think it puts it in like unlisted format, so I guess I'm not gonna be able to check the comments because it's not popping up there, so I guess one less thing to do, right? Hopefully you guys are staying motivated, determined, and hydrated, especially with being summer. Let's see where we last left off. So it's 1942. I think I have two carriers, right? Everybody else is at the bottom of... Right click? Yeah, right click. Okay, my bad. Alright, so what I'm planning to do here is... Wait a minute. Stand by. Stand by. So I got one core here. Okay, another core here. Good to go. All right, so I got two cores, the 3rd and the 32nd. So what I'm going to do with them is I'm going to sail them all the way out here. And I'm going to drop them right here. I'm going to try to see if I can maybe... I can't go this way. They have mines. I'll probably land them here. Take the high ground. The high ground. Little Gettysburg movie thing. The high ground. Set up around, ring around these hills, and that gorge be a field of fire. So yeah, I'm gonna land here. I'm gonna take these two positions, and I definitely need to go. Actually, maybe I should just drop somebody here, because they'll be able to send reinforcements this way. This way, if I send one core here and drop another one here, I can have them unified attack this guy, and then eventually this guy will be cut off. I can, maybe land some Marines to assist, but definitely have to keep a core here to hold off any kind of reinforcements. And the purpose being of this is two. One, it's going to pull some forces, I think, that they have in China. And if it doesn't pull any forces they have from China, it's definitely going to stop them from reinforcing any forces that they have in China. Second, it's going to pull the Japanese Navy from whatever operations they have to reallocate here, and they're gonna bomb the crap out of my troops. It's gonna suck for them. Maybe I'll be able to put some aerial forces here. I doubt it, but hopefully maybe. But if I can't, no big deal. I have two cores here holding the Japanese off. It's going to give me time to get the SX class carriers together. That's one. Two, I can actually perform naval operations in the Caroline Islands and here. So it's going to divert Japanese attention. Obviously, they're not going to care about the Mariana Islands, not the Mariana Islands, New Guinea and the Caroline Islands, when, their own home territory is being affected. Maybe I'll get like a bonus considering that I actually invaded a Japanese homeland. You never know. So, wow, okay, now I got 3 more divisions. One, 2, 3. A destroyer squadron. Nice. April 5th, though. That's going to be a while away. I got 2 in the queue. Question is, when are they showing up? April 23rd. Ugh. There's nothing I can do about that then. Alright, cool. That's fine. Alright, what else am I gonna do here? Thinking maybe this is a air superiority task force, I think, here. I can't put them on a boat. Maybe after I land those 2 troops, then I could put them on a boat and then, I don't know, get them over here. But I think once I land those soldiers, the whole Japanese Navy is gonna fly over here, you know? And I'm gonna have to pull my carriers, task forces out quick. So, yeah. Oh snap, I can land here. How about that? Interesting. And the Australians, you guys are good to go, right? You're doing... Can I join you guys up? No. Is it Alt? I forgot how you freaking join guys up. Ah, daggone. 12 and a 10. What if we move them all in one spot? 1, 2, 3, and attack Rabaul. Yeah, I think we'll do that. Alright, and then here, let's look at here. Oy, oy, oy. Oy, oy, oy. Oh, crap. Oh, it's not too bad. Geez, 10% effectiveness, 23% effectiveness. That as well, right? Could always use another division. How are we doing here, boys? Nice solid line. I like it. 12th Army Group. That's right, you guys are heading north. And you're holding here. Hopefully it's going to be all quiet on the Western Front. Question is, do I go now? And go here. And then, yeah, I think we'll do that. And that's midway. Alright, and where's my task force? Alright, here we go, boys. Let's go into the rain. I'm hoping rain will provide like a bonus, you know, for me in terms of recon, that they can't locate me as well as they normally can, you know. I still can't freaking figure out a way to attack them. You know, like, thinking maybe it has to be a capital fleet. I don't know. It's an anti-sub 2. This is a sub, so figuring... I don't know. Whatever. Alright. Head here. I'll use you as a... Ooh. Send you guys north here. Alright, so nobody attack until those troops land on this shore. Once they land on here, then you can do your thing. Alright. Give me a build option. UK has no... what? 148, which is nothing. Yeah, I should probably build more troops since I'm probably going to lose 2 core. I'll build 1. And you have $200. Ooh, baby. Maybe I should save. I can get a mountain core though. I think the Chinese capital's pretty much none of it's mountain, right? No, it's all fields. I really should save for that. I'm gonna stand by on that. You have $198. You're still short. Ay. All right. Hopefully the Japanese don't know where I am. All right, let's click end turn. There's nothing else for us to do. India I took care of. Chinese front I took care of. There's not really much I can do on that. Australian front, everybody's standing by. Everything is, all our hopes are on these guys right here. You know, and some people will be like, dude, just wait. You know, you're going to get all these troops and all this stuff in a year. I don't like waiting. I like being on the offensive. You know, one thing I learned reading, like, history, you know, you never want the enemy to have the initiative. You always want the initiative. Lee knew that. Really at Chancellorsville, where logically he was supposed to just, you know, defend, but he did not. He attacked. Oh man, I hear like sounds, so I'm assuming Japanese are moving. Hopefully they're not attacking me, because I can't see. It's not moving. Okay, there we go. It was a really special week. My mom came down from Brooklyn, and it's been like a year and a half since like before COVID. It's I'll tell you, feels like an eternity. Yeah, I'll tell you, this whole COVID thing. Oh man, I can't wait for it to be over. Be just a memory, distant memory, you know. And what the crazy thing about it is, it's like we've gotten used to, like, well, at least I've gotten used to, like, wearing a mask, right? It's very odd for me not to wear a mask indoors now. And I was talking to a couple people in the exchange, the military exchange, and we were talking about how one of them who works there, she was telling me, she was just like, you know, we just got to get used to it. And I'm like, what do you mean get used to it? She's like, you know, it's gonna be here. Oh crap. daggone. This thing's gonna be around permanently, like the regular flu. She was like, most likely we'll probably have to get like, our flu shot and then this COVID shot every year kind of thing. And I was like, are you kidding me? She was like, well, it's around the world. It's, like it's just gonna keep circling like the flu, And I'm like, shoot. So she was like, we'll probably like won't have them certain parts of the year and we'll have them other parts of the year. And it's like, jeez. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this. But I will say this one thing. My instructor for the Air Force was always right. She was saying that the thing that would greatly affect, that would be, like she always said, like, she doesn't believe, that nuclear war would happen, like ICBMs and all that stuff. She doesn't believe that would actually happen. She believes that if anything would happen, it would be a biological virus that sweeps throughout the world and greatly affects our economy and possibly, the future of, the race in terms of like, population growth, economy growth, survivability, things like that. And, it kind of made sense, but at the time it was so foreign. I mean, like this was like 2004, 2005, and, I don't know. The only thing on our, that it just seems so foreign. Everything felt in the country so, I mean, we're in a war on terror, right? And war in Iraq, but everything felt so stable, like everything felt so stable. Like you never had George Bush go on air or tweet certain things that made you like, oh, just, kind of make you kind of like, what kind of thing. It was kind of like one of the, like, it was, how do I say it? It was those days where if you picked up the paper and you read like, what was going on in politics, in the administration, it was like, what do you call it? It was normal, it was just like standard things, just like, we are deploying, the 10th. We believe that we, long term will win the war on, like just nothing shocking. Like you would never read anything shocking. It would be like, okay, yeah. And it's, I guess, political speak, it's not, it doesn't freak you out, We definitely had a lot of craziness the last couple of years, I'll tell you, I'll never forget that, I don't know if you guys remember, but a couple of years, and I'm not going to get into politics or anything like that, but the one thing that kind of worried me was when the former president said, North Korea will be met with fire and fury, and then that the North Korean leader was like, on the, like, they were planning to actually go to war with us, and I knew things were happening behind the scenes, in terms of like troop deployments. I knew things were in motion, like big things. We're talking about like big mobilizations, and I'm like, oh crap. And it was kind of shocking. It felt like a lot of things were underway, and then it just kind of like this, like fizzled out. And eventually, I think they all met in Southeast Asia, I think, and like tensions calmed down, thankfully. But I think that's the closest we ever came. I don't remember a mobilization where like stuff was being put on, trains and stuff like that to go to the West Coast and stuff. So yeah, it was interesting, and it was in the paper too. I remember they were talking about how the Secretary of Defense, General Mattis, incredible guy. Now, if you're not in the military, everybody loves General Mattis. Like, he is the man. He even General Mattis, I think, had like a, what was it? I was reading an article where, I don't know if his assistant or what, but General Mattis was preparing, like he was anticipating a full-scale war with North Korea. So much so that like he had, I think, like I remember reading an article, I think it said something like he had a direct line installed into his house where the moment, object enters, radar range, I guess like an ICBM in the air, he would get the call. I remember reading an article that he went to church repeatedly. I think it was like every day. Yeah, the article really went deep into like how the Secretary of Defense felt like there was no alternate path. Like we were on a set course. And it makes sense because, I mean, once you start troop deployments, it really gets serious at that point. But thankfully, we didn't go down that route. Can you imagine if we did go down that route and had COVID at the same time? I mean, that would be a nightmare, I think. But yeah, it's been interesting. Actually, it was really interesting. I remember talking to somebody that worked at the Pentagon, and we were actually discussing North Korea. And at the time, I was getting really like North Korea was doing some shady stuff, and I forgot what it was, but I remember we were talking about like. Me and him were discussing something like strategies, right? Like I said something like, if North Korea pushes into war, that would be the worst mistake they would ever do, because it would, bring in all the allies, England, France, if they decided to like shell Seoul or something like that. It would be end of their regime. And he was kind of reminding me, he said, yeah, I just hope that never happens. And I said, of course, I hope not either. He was just like, he was telling me that you got to realize that North Korea has an insane amount of artillery and rockets aimed at Seoul. Like literally, if war was ever declared, that they would literally, like Seoul would pretty much be wiped off the map from conventional weapons. Like an obscene amount of artillery, an obscene amount of rockets, and everything like that. That's not including like nuclear weapons. That's just conventional. And he was just, and I think we were talking about how big Seoul was, and this is where Samsung is. This is where a lot of those big corporations are, in a massive population to support them. And I was telling him, I was like, yeah, I mean, but in one aspect, I was telling him, I was like, one aspect, I was like, it kills me. There's a part of me saying, we need to get rid of North Korea because the abuses that they're doing to their own people. Like, I've watched documentaries and read articles where they were talking about what do you call it? The camps that they have, and how it's basically like a modern day kind of Holocaust. And people are like shot and killed in there, little to no food, they're worked to death, and it's just, it's horrific conditions. And they had survivors talking on these documentaries, and I was just like, geez, man, it's just your own people. Like, it's really horrific when you think about it. It's just. But at the same time, it's like you want to help them, but if you help them, the amount of lives it will take, it's just, you have two roads, and both of them are going to be a heavy cost. I guess the only peaceful option would be, hopefully something happens to that, to that kid, the new leader. I think is like Kim Song I think or something. Otherwise, those camps are going to continue, and hundreds of thousands of people are going to continuously die and be. I was watching another one documentary. It was by, I think, Frontline, Crisis in Eritrea, and they were talking about how Eritrea is basically the North Korea of Africa, where that same kind of stuff is happening. And actually, they were able to pull out video of some of these prisons, and it was just, they packed this video camera that they had, that somehow they got in, recorded, and got out. It was like, you could tell it was like in somebody's shirt pocket or something. But like literally everybody slept on top of each other. Like there was no room. And like, I can't imagine. I mean, like, what happens if you have to go to the bathroom? Like, like if you have to take a leak, like there is no bathroom in that room. Not from what I've seen. So if everybody's sleeping on top of each other, that means you smell that stuff all night, and you're literally, not even a foot away from you. Like literally, there's a person to your left that's on top, that's on you. There's a person to your right that's on you. There's a person whose feet is underneath your head. There's another, you have your feet under somebody else's head at the bottom, and it's just like, wow. Like, it makes your boot, like when you compare it to like boot camp, you're like, wow, I thought boot camp was bad. Like that's, when I say boot camp bad, I mean like boot camp was stressful, obviously. But I mean, it seems like a Disney World vacation compared to like the stuff that these people are going through, and it's just horrific. It's crazy. If you get a chance, watch Frontline, Crisis in Eritrea. I think it came out like a week or two ago. It was really, really interesting. And when I was telling my mom today, I said, it makes you appreciate like how fortunate we are, right? To have a bed, right? To have food, to be able to use the bathroom, where a lot of people don't have that option. They don't have that capability because of the situation they're in. It's horrific. Marines. Oh, I got the first SX class carrier. Nice. I can't merge them yet. No. So it's not shift. It's not control. Is it alt? Yeah, it's alt. Nice. Nice. Okay. I'll rename this to the 24th Corps. Hopefully I don't have a 24th Corps. So I got 2 corps, the 1st and the 24th on the state side. And I got 3rd and 4th Marines along with the 2nd Marines. Sub. Okay, we can't do anything there. I guess just stand by, huh? Since you guys can't really do anything. Hold to the last. I don't want to get too close. Let us get right. Is that too close? No, that should be fine. Good. Right here. Nice. Next turn, next week. Oh crap, I just realized supplies will be at a 1, wouldn't they? Should I just go in now? If I go in now and I can't drop them, no, let's stand by. I'm gonna take the risk. So I'm gonna do that. All right, next week. And I think I can also float resupply, so I'll do that. But yeah, I always, you know, those kind of documentaries always make me think. But good news. I always try to like look at the bright side of things, you know, always stay positive. I'm trying to think of something positive. Yeah, I mean, you know, it seems like life is returning back to normal in certain parts of the country. Like, you see the easing of stuff, and I think that's really awesome. Like, we could finally get back to some kind of normalcy, go to restaurants, you know, have some sushi, you know, some backyard barbecues with family and friends. Yeah, that's some good stuff. Go to the movies. Like, I want to see Black Widow. Like, I am a huge Black Widow fan, right? Like, she's awesome. And then, if you didn't see Endgame, close your ears. When that happened with Black Widow in Endgame, that really just, like, I didn't expect that at all. I just didn't expect that. I was just kind of, like, stunned by that. I wouldn't have ever thought, you know, that Black Widow, you know, in Endgame would have been, you know, just... I mean, I had a feeling Tony Stark, right? Because Robert Downey Jr., I mean, even reports were like, hey, Robert Downey Jr. is like tired of doing Iron Man. He's done so many movies and he's just done the role for, I think, about like a decade or more. So he wants a break, which I totally can understand. And then I think they said Chris Evans, Captain America, he was looking for other projects. I think I think I read something like that. So, you know, I kind of had to figure, you know, one of those two or both. But when, you know, the Black Widow thing happened, I was just like, are you kidding me? And the cool thing about Black Widow, man, like, she didn't have superhero powers, you know? Like, she was just like, hey, you know, I got taught by, you know, the best, like, intelligent officers. You know, I took, you know, Marine Corps combat training, Navy SEAL combat training, so I know how to do all these things. And so technically she was an Avenger, but she was technically, you can be an Avenger, you just have to go through Black Widow training, which is, you know, basically, in essence, you would need to be like a Navy SEAL, you know. I would say Navy SEALs are probably our Avengers, you know. The Navy SEALs. Those guys get, like, I mean, to me, they're, in essence, are like our superheroes. You know, I watch from time, not time to time. I do watch often. I don't know if you guys remember, Lone Survivor came out like I think 5, 6, 7 years ago. That movie, or maybe a decade ago. It was a long time ago, but I remember seeing that movie. And that movie was like, wow. And it makes you think, because it's like 4 Navy SEALs held off like what, probably like a battalion of what do you call it, Taliban, right? A battalion. I mean, it was tons of them, and like, I know the movie is doing a lot of action effects, but you know, from the accounts of Marcus, I forgot his last name, that they were, you know, they were holding the line for as long as they can, and they were taking out tons of them. So like one Navy SEAL was able to take out, like, I don't know, 20, 30, 40, I don't know, 50. I mean, of them, and then there was 4 of them. So I mean, we're talking like these 4 guys took like 1 or 2 companies with them, you know, which is, it's something that you would see in like in a Marvel movie, you know, kind of thing, where you have Captain America going off and fighting an entire company himself. Well, technically the Navy SEALs kind of did the same thing, you know. I always get like, whenever I see Navy SEALs like at the exchange, I always get like, when I see that trident on their what are they? I mean, it's not camis anymore, right? I know the Army wears OCPs. I don't know what the Navy calls them. Camis? I know that's what the Marines call them. But anyway, when I see it on their camis, man, the trident, I'm like, whoa! That guy's a fracking Navy SEAL. But yeah, I get like, whoa. You know. Alright, I think I'm good. 202. How many cores I got coming? 1. It's $234. Oh, I got 718. I got 1 air superiority group coming in. I really don't need those. I should build a carrier though. $624 though. I got 10 in the queue. Let's build a light carrier. And merchant marines. Where are we? 252? How close are you? Still a little bit away. You're at 219. Can you give me a bloody Air Force, dude? You're getting there. Alright. Next turn. You know what makes me think? We haven't seen any... Damn, it's already 12:46. I think I got everything right. Yes. This rain is going to come in handy for covering me. But just coming to think about it, there is no, what do you call it? Oh, the reason they disappear is maybe the Japanese can't see them. This is what... I guess maybe this is like coming from the Japanese perspective. It disappears because they can't see them. I wonder. But, you know, it's just interesting. I don't think there's any upcoming military movies. Like another, I don't know, Lone Survivor kind of movie, or American Sniper. That was another great movie. The ending is kind of, I remember reading it in a paper, but when you see it in a movie, you're like, wow, you know what's going to happen, and it really sucks. And it's amazing. I mean, like, you could see, like, what's really amazing about that that Navy SEAL, his name is escaping me. Kyle, is it Kyle? Oh, man, my memory sucks. So, yeah, I mean, like, I think he was like over 30. I remember in the movie, like, you know, they were making fun of him because he was like old man compared to the younger 20-year-olds. And even though, you know, he started out really late, he became the best sniper in Navy SEAL history, and, well, I guess American history, right? Shows you that, like, perseverance, like... But you know, just I keep thinking like, is there any movies coming up like that? I can't think of any. The only one that I know that's coming is the Tom Hanks Air Force, World War II Air Force, kind of Band of Brothers kind of TV show that's coming on. I think it's coming on HBO first, but it's supposed to be like Hold Boys. Good job. But it's basically supposed to be Band of Brothers, but with the Air Force. You know, with the 8th Air Force, I think was it, that was in Europe. So I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be really good. You know, it'll give me something more to watch, because you know I do try to watch Band of Brothers, The Pacific, try to like watch them once a year. You know, but you know, I mean, the thing about American history is like, well, you know, for these films, is like there's so many stories to pick from. One movie that I got was, oh man, why is The Raid? Is it The Raid? I think it's The Raid. I bought that movie on iTunes, and that one focused upon the American U.S. Rangers pulling POWs out of a camp in the Philippines. Great movie. I saw that, I think, in the theaters, and as soon as it came out on DVD, I picked it up. I bought it again, I think, on iTunes. Great film. Highly recommend it. But yeah, like those kind of movies make you like appreciate, you know, like, you know, we see soldiers and sailors, the airmen, and stateside. And we see, you know, veterans with the hats, World War II, Korea. But to visualize their story is, I think, really, really incredible. I always try to talk to veterans. I remember one guy I talked to back when I was at the Apple store years and years ago. He had a hat and had like World War II veteran, and it said Iwo Jima, and I was like, I take it from your hat, you were in the Battle of Iwo Jima. And he was like, yeah, I was in the second wave. And I'm like, wow, that's wow. I was just like, so like, wow, like I didn't even know what to say. I mean, it was just like, wow, like, I mean, you have to have like balls of steel, to be honest. Like, you have to have balls of steel. Like, I mean, Iwo Jima was a battle that lasted a long time, and it was like a fiery island because it was just constantly pounded, and Japanese were everywhere, and they were coming out of nowhere, and it was just, I mean, just the stuff that I read about that. And even if you watch the Pacific, I think they even have an episode on that. It makes you just like, wow, just wow. Wait a minute, how many landing craft? Oh, okay, I got enough landing craft. All right, boys. If I go here, right, I can support the attack here and here. I gotta move away though. Okay. Give me one. Oh shit! I forgot. Rain conditions are not good. Yeah, shit. Okay, can I undo last moves? Shit. Oh shit. Actually, let me see if I can. Ah, shit. Maybe they won't know I'm there. I'll pull out. I don't know. Shit. I didn't look at the rain. I should have thought that the rain might cause that problem. Shit. Seriously? %, dude. Oh, nice. I can add specialty points. Let's do that. Ooh. I think I'm going to try to do this one or this. And since we're in Southeast Asia, since there are a lot of rivers, I think I'm going to do that. Yeah, screw it. Let's do that. Yeah, always good to have heavy artillery. Oh, man. I'm probably going to end it in a few minutes, guys. I want to actually buy something on Steam that is $15 on sale. I think it's by half price or something. It's called The Outer Wilds. I watched a documentary on it, and it was really, really incredible documentary, so I decided to pick it up while it's on sale. Here's another game that I'm actually going to make a video of. I'll probably post it tomorrow, of another cool game. Ooh, nice. 2 English units, yeah. Definitely want you. And second ID. Beautiful. Oh, wow, look at this. I got more. I got more coming. Second cool. Independence, that's another carrier. So I got 2 carriers. Main carrier and a light carrier. Nice, very, very nice. Very nice. And you don't have any more, right? 234. I can't afford it, can you? Oh, come on, not enough logistics. How much logistics do you have? 3. I forgot how to get logistics in this game. That's the one thing I got to research. I wish I knew where the daggone Japanese Navy is. In fact, let me... Daggone. Oh, crap. Well, I was hoping. Wish I could increase this like 3. I'm assuming it's probably in the not war panel, advancements. Is there entrenchment? Nah, there's no entrenchment. Other naval air training. Maybe anti-tank. No. I was hoping I can get 3 out of that, but nice, good. I'm at a 3 on this one, but in 41. Oy. English have better freaking. Okay. $305. Oh, I can buy one. That's what I'm talking about. Can I build an Air Force? Nope. I'm like $10 short. But yeah, I mean, I'm really looking forward to the Tom Hanks one. I forgot the name of it, but it's a good series, or will be good a series. So, and then this Black Widow movie that's coming out in the summer. So I think it's gonna be. I think in terms of entertainment, like in movies, TV shows, I think we're probably gonna have a really good year. I remember seeing some other really good hits that are coming out this year. I think the James Bond movie. I think that one's coming out. So that's going to be good to go. Yeah, I think that's about it. Can't think of anything else that's going to be big. Oh, the Star Wars movies, TV shows, and Marvel TV shows that are hitting Disney Plus. I'll tell you, there's no way I can leave Disney Plus now. The amount of stuff that they have putting in there. Like, there's all these new TV series with AAA actors, like the movie actors, right? They're now doing a TV series. So it's like, should I just go now? I'll stand by. All right, I'm going to save it here, guys. Let me save it. Actually, let me save it right there. Screw it. Let's just do one. I think the autosave has the turn below, right? At 12:47. Yeah, so it has the turn below. So, worst case scenario, the Japanese blow me out of the air here. I could probably always go back to that turn. Quits. All right. So what I wanted to show you guys was Steam powered. Oh, The Witcher's on sale. Oh, snap, for $10. Jeez, it's 80% off. Oh, I might just buy that just for the heck of it. Wow. So this is the game that I'm buying. Is The Outer Wilds. And since it's not a strategy game, I'm not gonna stream it. I'm just gonna do it for me. But this game got like some crazy good. I mean, obviously, overwhelmingly positive. And it's a really small studio that did this. Yeah, so I'm definitely picking that up. Hopefully I can play some of it tonight. So that's gonna be 15, and then Witcher's $25. That's nothing. Ugh. I heard Cyberpunk's getting better though. If this hit 20, I would probably pick it up. I feel 20 is that right, like that really nice spots. Days Gone. This is number 1 on the thing. It's on some kind of what do you call it? Top sellers, I think. Oh no, it dropped. Okay, Biomutants was 3rd. Now it's 1. I heard good things about this. King of Seas. Ooh. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna get this. But there was one other game that I'll just show you guys. Why not? That I want to pick up, and I actually am talking to the. Oh, my wish list is not here because I'm not logged in. SGS, I think it is. Yeah. So I'm actually talking to the developer here to bring them on Developer Dialogue, because I've never seen, or at least I think there's very, very few games, probably. I mean, games on the Mexican-American War, I think you could probably count on one hand maybe in just like a few fingers how many games there are that focus on the Mexican-American War for the computer. I'm sure there's tons of board games. But this is a board game port to the computer. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this. There's a few games that I know that have it in the game, like Victoria 2 has the Mexican-American War in there that you can actually fight, but it's not going to be as detailed as this. But other than that, I don't remember. Maybe like a John Tiller game. I'm sure there's probably one or two that focus on the Mexican-American War. John Tiller literally focuses on everything. I love that, because if you can't find a game on, like, I don't know, a tactical game on the American Revolution, go to John Tiller's website, because I guarantee there'll be something there. But I definitely want to bring him on the show for this. I'm planning to buy this too, but the thing about it is this game is 20% off. I'm not in any rush to... I'm probably going to bring him on the show in like 2 weeks. So I'm probably going to buy it next week. Even if it goes down to up to 25, it's not that big of a price difference. The Outer Wilds, I definitely need to purchase, because I think that one is... I mean, I'm definitely buying this one. This is 80% off. I'm saving $40 right there. And then this one... it's $10, you know? So $10, I definitely have to take that. It crosses that boundary into the double digits. All right, guys. I hope you guys